Please find your seat. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Danny Zimmerman, Chairman of the Board of the North San Antonio Chamber.
Greetings, and good afternoon now. My name is Danny Zimmerman. As the voice of God said, I'm the chair of the North San Antonio Chamber of Commerce. I want to start by thanking you all for being here today for the North San Antonio Chamber of Commerce's annual State of the County Address, or luncheon. We are beyond excited to have the Honorable Judge Peter Sakai with us today. Judge is sitting right over here. Let's give him a hand. And in addition, many special guests, partners, and members with us, including some special partners of Judge Sakai. Those are Judge Keith Lutz from Medina County, Judge Richard Cortez of Hidalgo County, and Judge Andy Brown of Travis County. Let's give those judges a hand. The judge told me he is really looking forward to the partnership and working with these judges on issues of the region. I also want to begin by thanking our title sponsor, Joris General Contractors. Joris has carried this event for a number of years, and we are deeply appreciative that they are back again. In addition, our VIP sponsors today, Killen, Griffin, and Fairmont, McGriff Insurance Services, University Health System, and Zachary Corporation. Thank you to these VIP sponsors. Thank you also goes out to the many other sponsors that are listed on the screen beside me and in your program. This event is only possible through the partnerships of all of our sponsors that are here today. And last but not least, I want to thank our North San Antonio Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors and team. I know I'm partial, but I work with one of the best boards of any chamber in San Antonio, and I know there are a couple. Expected a little more chuckle than that there. Next, help me welcome the Girl Scouts of Southwest Texas, Troop 818. Girls, if you come on up over here to my left. They're going to help us recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Girls, I want you to know everybody out here is your friend. They came to hear you recite this pledge, so you have nothing to worry about. All right, let's recite the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. You may be seated. We're going to have a great show today. We also have some special young guests to provide some entertainment before we break for lunch and enjoy some good conversation. Now I'd like you to give a warm welcome to the Mariachi Soul, the Saul Ross Middle School Mariachi Band from Northside ISD. They will help lead us into our lunch break. We appreciate you all being here for this amazing entertainment. Please.
Check, 1, 2.
Check, 1, 2. There I am. Hello, it's a pleasure to be here. We're going to play a couple tunes for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy.
Lauren.
Saber
día que yo me muera, sé que tendrás que llorar.
Llorar y llorar, llorar y llorar.
Dirás que no me quisiste, pero vas a estar muy triste y así te vas a quedar. Con dinero y sin dinero, hago siempre lo que quiero y mi palabra es la ley. No tengo trono ni reina, ni nadie que me comprenda, pero sigo siendo el rey. Échale más decisión, el meritito sobra. Let's see how high we can go. Una piedra en el camino me enseñó que mi destino era rodar y rodar.
Rodar, rodar y rodar.
Después me dijo un arriero
¿Qué te dijo?
que no hay que llegar primero, sino hay que saber llegar. Con dinero y sin dinero, hago siempre lo que quiero y mi palabra es la ley. No tengo trono ni reina, ni nadie que me comprenda, pero sigo siendo el rey.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. It's been an honor playing for you guys. It's been an honor being here. We're going to play one more song for you guys. You guys enjoy your meal.
much.
please welcome to the stage Mr. Rob Killen, Government Affairs Chair, North SA Chamber.
There you are. Thanks, Rich. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Y'all continue. Please continue to enjoy your meal. It's great. I haven't had any yet. I'll have some. Get back in my seat. I am Rob Killen with the law firm Killen, Bridges, and Fairmont. I have the distinct pleasure of serving as Government Affairs Chair this year. I want to thank you all so much for being here. We could not have an event like today without your commitment, your attendance, your investment in the North San Antonio Chamber of Commerce. So thank you all for being here. I want to thank my very good friend, Danny Zimmerman. Danny is our chairman of the board for this year. Danny, thank you for your vision. Thank you for your leadership. Can we give Danny a round of applause? Danny sent great meetings up here. We have an amazing board of directors. I want to thank them. I want to thank our volunteers, our committee. I want to thank my Government Affairs Vice Chair, Ron Hernandez, and Yvonne is here. Yvonne, thank you for your help. And we've got so many folks here in the room that we'd love to thank. We can't do it. We'd be here until about 5 o'clock. Thank you, folks. But we do have an amazing staff at the North San Antonio Chamber of Commerce. Dwayne Wilson, our interim CEO, coming in for like your 30th year of service, it seems like. Dwayne, we appreciate you coming in and helping us out. Our VP for Government Affairs, Leticia Pina Martinez, and then the person who did all of the hard work for today's event on our staff, Elizabeth Gentry. Elizabeth, thank you so much for all of your work. A lot of VIPs in the room. Everybody here is important, by the way. And if you don't hear your name, doesn't mean you're not important. But we're not going to name everybody, but we've got a lot of great folks here today. But I want to start with our guest of honor, our keynote speaker, Judge Peter Sakai. Judge, yes, give applause. Thank you for your service. This is the first one. I think there will be many State of the County speeches, so looking forward to this and for years to come. You do not run the county by yourself. Your peers from the Commissioner's Court are here. Tommy Calvert, Justin Rodriguez, Greg Moody, Rebecca Clay Flores. Thank you all so much for your leadership for the county. We've got other county judges here. We've got mayors. We've got the district attorney here. We've got councilors from various cities. We've got the leadership from SAW, CPS, and San Antonio River Authority. But I did want to note specifically San Antonio River. Sorry, there were talking plates as you stood up. But, and most of our San Antonio City Council. But what I'd like to do is, if you are a current elected official, or you're going to get sworn in tomorrow, Mark White, please stand and be recognized. Thank you all so much for your service to our community. So the North Chamber of Government Affairs really operated in 3 areas or 3 buckets. One of those is information. It is our job to get information out to our members. When I talk about members, most of our members are businesses, but we also have public agencies and nonprofits. Good sampling is represented here today. So getting information out to you about public policy that can impact you, for the good or for the bad, and letting you know that something's coming and how it could impact your business or your organization. The other side of it, of course, is getting information back from you. We can't do our job in government affairs if you're not giving us feedback on things that you see out in the community, out in the political world that we should be aware of and that we should be reacting to. The other area is the opportunity to connect, to network, like we're doing here today across the table, like we did at the reception, to directly interact with policymakers and public officials and get to talk to them on one-on-one settings. We do this every month at our government affairs meetings at the North Chamber. The third area, this is really our biggest area, and that is in the area of advocacy. We are an advocate. So it's not enough just to get information out to you. It's not enough for us to hear from you what's happening. It's not enough just to build connections. We're out there advocating for you. Our job is to talk to policymakers, talk to elected officials, and say, look, what you're proposing is bad policy. Or what you're proposing is good policy. Or, hey, what you're proposing would be good if you made these changes. So that's what we do day in and day out, is we advocate for you. Now, unfortunately, the last few years, part of that advocacy means we have to fight. And we've seen that particularly with things that have been initiated via petition, like paid sick leave, which we beat at the courthouse just a few years ago, and then Proposition A and site release, which we beat at the ballot box just a few weeks ago. Not only did we beat Proposition A, we beat it bad, we beat it very soundly. An overwhelming number of voters said we do not want those site release provisions in our community. It's bad policy. And thanks to people in this room, we were able to defeat it. So thank you. Give yourself a round of applause for winning that. And so, again, this is critically important that we fight on issues like this. I want to thank our board of directors for very quickly and unanimously adopting a resolution in opposition to Proposition A, and for starting the efforts to raise awareness and to raise money to fight fraud. There are a number of people that are involved in fundraising and awareness efforts. So many of you in this room, I want to thank Aldrete, April and Sarah, Adam Landry, and Grant Moody for Grant. Thank you. So thank you all so much for your efforts to raise awareness about this issue. This is not a North Chamber initiative, though. This is a combined effort. And we work very closely. We worked in lockstep with the San Antonio Chamber of Commerce and the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I know that Katie Harvey, who is the chair of the San Antonio Chamber, and J.R. Jamaica, who is the chair of the Hispanic Chamber, are both here. Katie and J.R., you can both stand up and give you a round of applause for your work. Another one of our mayors here, also mayor of City of Castle Hills. We also work across the business community through the Business Coalition. And the Business Coalition is an organization made up of various business groups like the San Antonio Board of Realtors, the Real Estate Council of San Antonio, the San Antonio Auto Dealers Association, and many others that are represented here today. We work closely together to fight this. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Mayor Nuremberg and the council members who were told, you have to put that site release on the ballot. But immediately went after your constituents and said, site release is bad for San Antonio. So thank you for the political leadership. And so this effort, with North Chamber, the various chambers, Business Coalition, working across, this is not a one-off alliance for one particular issue. We're going to keep working together. That's our commitment to you today, that we're going to continue to work as a united business community for the economic vitality and the growth in San Antonio. This is important. We're going to keep fighting for you. So, what we also do, I think, very well after our Chamber of Government Affairs, our events like today. We also have our City Vision, which is coming up in just a couple of weeks. Mayor Nuremberg will be our keynote speaker. We're also going to highlight all of our City Council members at the City Vision. We have a program called our Civic Leadership Academy, which is starting its second year. The Civic Leadership Academy is for folks in the business community who are interested in public service. And what we did is we help prepare you for serving on boards, serving on commission, or even potentially running for office. So we'll be taking applications for the Civic Leadership Academy. And then a new program that I'm particularly excited about, we're doing it for the first time this year. It's called Breakfast with the Mayors. We're going to invite mayors from small cities around here to come in and network with the North Chamber. They can talk about what's going on in their city and hear from folks in business communities. So that'll be on later on this year. Now, all of our sponsors are important. Danny mentioned our major sponsors in his initial comments. But an event like today would not be possible without our title sponsor, Doris General Contractors. And so I've had the opportunity to work with Chris. Chris, you don't have to stand up here. I haven't finished. I'm so sorry. It's like the hooks coming out. Chris is walking toward the stage. So I want to say, Gary Joyce, thank you so much for your commitment. Gary told us years ago, I want to support State County. I want to support what is now our City Vision program. Has been our consistent sponsor for well over 10 years now. And so, Gary, thank you so much for your support of this program. It's now my pleasure to invite to the stage my good friend, Chris Corso. Chris, in addition to his day job at Doris General Contractors, is the Workforce Development Council Chair for the North Chamber. We serve together, have served together on the executive committee for many years. Chris, I enjoy working with you. You're smart, you're hardworking, you're well-spoken, and you and your company have done a great job.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Gary George and the 500 employees of George General Contractors, I'm pleased that we are the presenting sponsor to the annual State of the County address. You know, our mission at George General Contractors is to transform people and places. And part of that begins by becoming involved and getting engaged in the community. The North Chamber has been a great resource for us and a great partner for us by offering a myriad of services, whether it's networking, innovative leadership, or the Great Leadership Lab program that they've had over the years. It's been just a tremendous asset. So I want to encourage any of you that's not involved in the North Chamber, look around the room today and see the group that's here. Truly amazing, and as we've grown, it's amazing the North Chamber is grown, which leads into my next part. So how do you take something good and how do you make it even better? Bexar County, City of San Antonio, the North Chamber, and George have all experienced tremendous growth over the past 2 decades. With growth comes change. Matter of fact, here today with us from George General Contractors are 3 people I want to recognize. Our Vice President, Carl Joris, our Executive Vice President, Carl McClellan, and our CFO, Ryan Davey. Those 3 gentlemen just returned from a Harvard Executive Business Program where they spent the past 6 months on and off learning about how to take something that's good and make it better. I asked Carl McClellan, I said, Carl, what would be your one takeaway from the Harvard Executive Business Program? If you could mention just one thing, what would it be? And he said, well, Chris, 6 months, there's a lot you're processing. But he said the one takeaway that I would probably take away would be that change is not only necessary, it's imperative for a company to survive. And I think most of the baby boomers in this room will recognize and appreciate 2 companies, very successful companies, that didn't innovate. One of those would be Kodak, and one of those would be Sears and Roebuck. You hardly hear those names anymore. As a matter of fact, you know. So with that, change is really a good thing. And I'm here to remind you not only that, to hear about some of the changes that Judge Sakai is making with Commissioner's Court and how he's going to continue to improve upon what Judge Nelson Wolf did with continued success. I had the opportunity to be with him at Meet Tierra not too long ago, and it was truly exciting because he's already implemented change in my mind. We had 30 executives from Japan. They were doing the Texas tour. They'd started in Houston, making their way to San Antonio, Austin, and then Dallas. Jenna, it was a great program. Thank you for putting that on. And I had the privilege of watching these 30 Japanese executives be introduced and by Judge Sakai, who spoke Japanese to them, and they were completely blown away. So you're already impacting change in our county, because I guarantee you, none of the other cities were able to make that happen. His success story is truly an American success story. His family immigrated here from Japan before World War II. His paternal grandparents immigrated to the Imperial Valley in California. His mother's side were some of the first Japanese families to move to the Rio Grande Valley. As a matter of fact, they're mentioned in the Institute of Textile Cultures, which now I'm going to have to go back and read up on. But his dad and his family, when World War II broke out, they were all put in an internment camp. And it's something that had stuck with Judge Sakai his entire life. His dad talked to him, and I remember seeing you on podcasts talking about your dad taking you there and seeing these internment camps, because he wanted you to see the injustices that happened to the Asian community and how that was wrong. And I think it's inspired him. It's why he is doing what he is here today doing. That stuck with him. And I'm proud to say that he ended up going to the University of Texas and a Longhorn as well. You're wearing your burnt orange today, so I love seeing that. He got his BA in 1976. He got his law degree in 1979. Started as an assistant DA in Bexar County. 1993, I believe it was, he started his own practice for a number of years, and then he was called back into public service. In 1995, he was appointed as assistant judge of the Children's Court. There he created revolutionary programs that protected children, put struggling families back together. Under his leadership, adoptions of foster children in Bexar County increased 1,000%. And I think that's a huge accomplishment for you. So let's talk about change. The Family Drug Court, Early Childhood Court, the College Down docket. They were all proven examples of his visionary leadership. All these programs and initiatives having empowered parents and improved the justice system, with each of them becoming nationally recognized and awarded models across the United States. Despite the accolades, no one succeeds by themselves. Judge Sakai's family has always encouraged and supported him to innovate and find bold solutions where others cannot. His wife, Rachel, is a true public servant in her own right. Like my wife, she was an educator, counselor, and administrator at Harlandale ISD for 32 years. Thank you for your service. Now she dedicates her time to family and her work with numerous boards, nonprofits, and charity. So it runs in the family. Giving back is a wonderful thing. I always tell my kids, you don't start living until you start giving, so thank you for your service. For her selfless community service, Rachel was inducted into the San Antonio Women's Hall of Fame, a 22 recipient for volunteerism. Together, Peter and Rachel had 2 kids, George and Elizabeth, and they were blessed with 2 wonderful grandchildren, Jackson and Grayson. I believe he also has other family members here today, so we're excited to have them in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming a true American success story and your county judge, Peter Sakai.
Can't get these things working. That's just the way things go. Well, good afternoon. I am blown away by the amount of people in the room. I hope you come back next year. Good afternoon. Thank you, Danny, Rob, Chris, for that kind introduction. Let's give our students today, I know they've left, a round of applause for their participation in today's events. As you heard, I want to thank the incredible student musicians from Northside ISD Sul Ross Middle School, Mariachi Soul. Those are the generation of the future. And to Luna Rodriguez and Siri Garcia of Girl Scout Troop 818 of the East Side, that led us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you to them too. These students represent our diverse and rich culture. They are the torchbearers to a brighter future. Let us acknowledge the hotel staff for their service today with their round of applause. Thank you. Thank you for your service. I appreciate the North San Antonio Chamber for hosting us. Special shout out to Elizabeth Gentry, Leticia Pena Martinez, Eli Rodriguez, and of course, interim CEO, Dwayne Wilson. Your organization has been critical in moving the needle on the infrastructure, workforce development, technology, and more. As your new county judge, I'm excited to partner with you and support your mission. Advocacy for the business community, leadership development, and business empowerment. It is truly an honor to be here to deliver my first State of the County remarks. I am joined by my sister Kathy and my brother Randy, and I'd like to say thank you for coming and always been there to support me at all times, and especially today. And my wife Rachel, as you heard, who's my rock and my life partner. And I often say you're getting 2 for the price of 1. In fact, she'll be meeting with the inaugural Bibliotech Student Advisory in June. I also want to thank my county team. They're the ones that do all the work there at the county. Matthew Polanco, Cynthia Koss, Jim Lefko, Nora Barshot, and Leticia Garcia. Thank you, county team. Thank you for making me the better county judge. I'm honored that we're joined today by Bexar County leaders, including Commissioners Court and staff. We're also joined by the leadership from the City of San Antonio, including the mayor, members of City Council, and city staff. Can we give them a round of applause? The partnership between our local governments is an essential part of our community's bright future. I could not imagine a better forum for me to share my vision for the county. Okay, I'm going off script, and my team's going to freak out. Okay, I want everybody to pull out their cell phones for a minute. Pull them out. I see this at the Spurs game. Okay, I want y'all to pick it out. Turn that flashlight on and hold it up. Hey, that's a good picture, right? All right. Now, let me say what we just did, because you're probably going, what did Judge Sakai just do? And I know my team is going. All right. Your light represents the spark for change. You are the spark that fuels our county to become the regional catalyst for change. Thank you. You can now put your phones, put them on silent. I'm an old district court judge. If I hear a ring, I'm going to take it away from you. Today, I give you my assessment of the potential growth and opportunities for Bexar County to become a catalyst for change. The pandemic taught us to capitalize our strengths and resources. I believe that our resilience needs to come from robust growth. Let me be clear. I dedicated my first 150 days to outreach. It is the foundation of my work as a servant leader. Bexar County will expand its role as a catalyst for change, the economic generator and a hub for commerce, education, public health in South Texas. Our county will be the preferred place to work, live, learn, and play in South Texas. As you heard, my parents taught me the values of hard work, along with my brother and sister. They taught us hard work, integrity, and humility. These are the values that I continue to embrace today. I am the Chief Executive Officer of Bexar County, and it's my job to lead Commissioners Court with the support of my colleagues on the court. I want to take special recognition for Commissioner Rebecca Clay Flores. Would you please stand? Commissioner Justin Rodriguez, Commissioner Grant Moody, and Commissioner Tommy Calvert. That's the A-team for Bexar County. Commissioners, thank you for your service. And vote on my motions next week, would you please? All right. I'm dedicated to building consensus, advocating for the impounding county and its citizens, representing the unincorporated areas and 27 municipalities within Bexar. Over the course of my campaign, I promised to build bridges and not create division. I promised to bring people together with mutual dignity and respect. And I expect transparency, accountability, and better stewardship of our taxpayer resources. County government should not operate in the shadows or create silos of bureaucracy. I came into office 150 days ago with a commitment to listen and to be an informed catalyst for change. Through our economic and community outreach, I've heard from the businesses, county partners, governmental entities, neighbors, and nonprofits. I have heard and I've taken action. So far, Team Sakai has held more than 150 stakeholder meetings and resolved 140 constituent cases, and the number ticks up each day. This is what we hear: the resilience of neighbors who have weathered a storm, students eager for opportunity, businesses large and small desiring to be at the table, a community that is strong but also hungry to achieve its potential, and maximize our tax dollars. My vision for Bexar County is to become a vital regional economic generator. I do not mean investing in the region at the expense of the county. I mean investing in our community to better serve the region. There are more than 2 million residents here and many more that commute here daily. They come here for jobs, education, health care, yeah, and they even come to see the Spurs now that we got the #1 draft pick. Bexar County features the largest city in South Texas. Yet when we hear the Texas Triangle, critics suggest that San Antonio has a lower standing than Dallas and Houston. I aim to flip the script. There are incredible things happening in our community and so much more to come. I believe we can position Bexar County as the top of the triangle, as a gateway to South Texas. We have a unique opportunity to expand our reach to Laredo, the Valley, and over to Corpus Christi and more. On that note, I would like to introduce my special guests in attendance, and they are committed to partnering with me to elevate our region. I know they've been recognized, but I want to give them another shout out because they made a special effort to be here because they're my friends and they have committed to share and work together. First, we have Travis County Judge Andy Brown. He wants to connect our community with a train, and I'll leave it at that. We went to a Spurs game in Austin where the Spurs played, where we issued and won. We issued the first ever joint proclamation between our counties. Judge Brown, would you please stand and be recognized? And if you got any complaints on Travis, there he is. You can catch him before he leaves. Also have in the audience my friend Hidalgo County Judge Richard Cortez. He wants more trade to uplift our region. Judge Cortez, please stand and be recognized. Also have my new buddy at New Judges School, Medina County Judge Keith Lutz. He wants a partner on transit to improve Highway 90. Judge Lutz, please stand and be recognized. Bexar County is a regional powerhouse, but we have only scratched the surface of what we can be. As an example of the regional collaboration, I am currently serving as the chair of the US 90 Texas Corridor Study Steering Committee from TxDOT. It is setting the stage for regional growth. For Bexar County to be the catalyst for change in South Texas and meet our potential, there are 4 priorities. 1, partnering with our business community to increase economic development and jobs. 2, modernizing our county organization to better serve our entire community. 3, building greater collaboration between Bexar County and the city of San Antonio. 4, improving the health and safety of our citizens. I commit to joining forces with our local partners to grow our corporate base, attract the jobs of the future of Bexar County, investing in workforce development, rebuild pipelines of talent for high-paying, in-demand jobs. Texas Fame is a prime example of creating the pipeline for graduates of their advanced manufacturing program. They will be the experts in the next generation of high-quality employees. I salute, I believe he's in the audience, David Marquez and his team at the county's Economic Development and Community Resources Department. David, I know we met some Japanese people at the Bitera, as Chris said, but earlier this month we met with the Japanese governor, Omura, of the Aichi Prefecture in Austin and had dinner with him. He oversees the major hubs for auto and aerospace manufacturing. Nagoya, the home of Toyota, is the capital of that prefecture. We laid the foundation for more international investment in Bexar. In fact, obviously, we bonded over our heritage. and he was honored when I gave him his first Fiesta Medal. It had my name, the courthouse. He thought I'd given him the Congressional Medal of Honor. We can recruit companies to relocate through strategies like land banking or buying land for corporate footprints and investing in infrastructure and connectivity. On the other hand, our efforts to attract new players should not come at the expense of the small and mid-sized businesses that are already here. I commit to investing in our small businesses by creating programs like retention grants. Just this month, we just pushed out more than $10 million in small business grants through Lift Fund and helped more than 400 local small businesses. We can support local businesses by providing technical training and assistance. I have here today Yvonne Addison, president of Addison Prime, is one of my special guests today. She enrolled in our swimming department technical training, which empowered her to pursue public contracts with the county. Yvonne, are you here? Please stand and be recognized. There she is. Oh. She does great work, by the way. I want to acknowledge Renee Watson, who leads our swimming program. Recently, she introduced the Alamo College's subsidized intern program to the county. This effort connects our bright students to county jobs and jumpstarts careers. I have in the room another person, and give me a break. You see all that water there? I said, I want plenty of water. But this is called Thugsel Appalachian Mountain Spring Water. I'm going to open it because I may need some water. Now I'm going to explain this to you why it's so special to me. Philip Hodge, the owner CEO, grew up in the foster care system. He credits a mentor for inspiring him. This mentor said, "You are more than your circumstances. You need to have faith in yourself." I'm also proud to have been a mentor as a presiding judge as Philip Hodge grew up in foster care. Philip, would you please stand and be recognized? Now he gives back through his music. I understand a little rapper there, right, Philip? And entrepreneurship. His contract with the county provides Appalachian Mountain Spring water. So thank you, Philip. I challenge everyone in this room to explore how you can cultivate with the next generation of students. Regionally, Bexar County is known for healthcare, biotech, military installations, cybersecurity, and higher education. I aim to promote these assets to reach our potential. Recently, we sponsored dynamic programs with Geekdom and Velocity Texas to promote innovation and new business startups. I want to recognize Jennifer Newell, the founder of Women's Healthcare, Betty's Co. Jennifer benefits from county-sponsored startup competitions hosted by Velocity Texas and Tech Block. Please stand and be recognized, Betty. Where are you? Jennifer, I'm sorry. We can create more successes like Jennifer's and Philip's by continuing to invest in these programs. Another example is Greater SATX, which adopted a regional focus for economic development. I agree that we can be, as they say, greater together. Furthermore, we are open to public-private partnerships to develop out-of-the-box initiatives in our community. We are working with the leadership teams of 14 major public purchasers among local government, university, transit, and utility partners to reduce barriers for public contracts. Turning the spotlight on ourselves, we are in the midst of modernizing and improving our county government to best serve our internal and external stakeholders. According to W. Edward Deming, quality is everyone's responsibility. Improve quality, automatically you improve productivity. With that, I've requested a comprehensive organizational review, and I'm expecting a report today, so county staff, get that report in, please. This review will help improve the quality and productivity of our 5,000 employees across departments to better serve your needs. My team and I have met with all the department heads and county elected officials to assess what works and what does not. These reviews have identified inefficiencies and ineffective practices. We will find solutions to improve the business experience for all our vendors and recipients of funding. Our developers, architects, construction professionals are doing tremendous work to build our community. They create housing, retail, mixed-use space that are improving our urban environment. We are committing to support their crucial work in guiding equitable plan development. I heard the calls for improvements in development services, especially regarding permitting. Change is coming. So I'm going to take a little break here. I'm going to engage with y'all. Please take a minute at this time. Give me a little chance to get a sip of water and pause a bit. I want y'all to share among your table an idea for improvements that the county can consider to improve its service to you and your stakeholders. And when you turned on your cell phone flashlight, you created a spark, a light to reach the North Star. When we do it together as a group, it is impactful and success will be ours. So let's take a minute. We're going to take a little minute break here. Share with each other what is an improvement, because we're going to come at the end and tell you how we're going to process that. Thank you very much. I'm sure we got a lot of power out of those conversations. Moving on, city and county collaboration is critical to advancing the needs of our region. Our taxpayers have entrusted the city and county with more than $6 billion between our two budgets. And the reality is that it comes from the same source, your pocket. We must work together to maximize every dollar and cooperate on the issues that mean most to you: economic development, infrastructure, public health, and safety. It is not about consolidation. It is about collaboration. I want to thank Mayor Nuremberg and the City of San Antonio staff who have been great partners. Thank you, Mayor. Let's give them a round of applause. Broadband access is a quality of life issue. It is essential for access to jobs, education, healthcare, financial services, and even access to social interaction. We have worked together to identify the areas of highest need for reliable broadband access. And we issued a joint city-county proposal to get infrastructure built. Together, we leveraged more than $30 million toward addressing the digital divide. And we got the internet service providers to chip in more than $20 million. We are working together to leverage our investments for more state funding. This is huge. We also work together to address housing and homelessness, combining more than $40 million for permanent supportive housing. This partnership received national praise from HUD, who recently awarded a $14 million grant recognizing our community's transformative work. Together, we support our flourishing hospitality and tourism sectors at a time when many others are still recovering. Visit SA hosted the IPW 2023 conference, considered the nation's largest travel trade show. Our community hit a home run. This conference is expected to generate $600 million in international visitors spending over the next 3 years. These revenues will help fund community projects, including our diverse arts and heritage programs, which are essential to who we are in Bexar County. Bexar County is committed to improving the quality of life of our neighborhoods through joint investments in parks, infrastructure, and trails with the city. We will expand outdoor recreation options, which will improve public health. And we are restoring the integrity of our river and creek systems and reducing flood risk. We're also increasing the coordination between SAPD and the Bexar County Sheriff's Department. Our city and county emergency management teams keep our community and residents throughout the region safe and secure. As I mentioned earlier, the Spurs winning the highly coveted first pick in the upcoming NBA draft is generating excitement for the region. I see a definite ROI, a return on our county city investment with the example of the Rock at La Cantera. It is a new Spurs training and operating center. This $500 million mixed-use development highlights the potential of our public-private partnerships. The county and city secured significant public benefits from our investments. Those include a 20-plus acre park, job creation requirements, and a commitment to invest nearly $250 million in property improvements. For those who are lighting a candle for a new minor league baseball stadium, please take note. Any use of public resources must have substantial ROI for the common good. The final area we must work on to fulfill our potential as a regional economic generator is improving the health, well-being, and safety of our community. Currently, Bexar County serves as a central point for healthcare and emergency trauma management for the region. We offer world-class medical services and education. Just look at the South Texas Medical Center, our public university health systems, the military hospitals, and our higher ed institutions here in Bexar County. When emergencies hit our region, Bexar County steps up to serve our neighbors. Despite the capacity, we still have significant disparities in health, education, and employment. We must do more to build a safe community and combat generational poverty. Healthy families are the bedrock of our economy. Families continue to struggle following the pandemic, from food and housing insecurity, family violence, child abuse, mental illness, and gun violence. They experience the loss of in-person instruction, social interaction, death, housing, and employment. If we do not protect the least of us, our most vulnerable, our disenfranchised, then who are we? The traumatic event lifted the curtain on disparities in our community that we must continue to address. That's why the county awarded $20 million to 14 area school districts for student mental health support. While we have improved our ability, While we have improved our ability to respond to illness and emergencies, our systems that have always been geared for prevention. When the county created the new health division under the guidance of Dr. Andrea Guerrero Guajardo, we placed a new premium on cutting-edge prevention programs. These include psychiatric care for children, family violence prevention, parent training programs for those in the court system, initiatives to address youth homelessness, and equipping first responders with Narcan to save lives in the field. The county aims to turn the tide on the opioid epidemic. We are investing big with settlement funds to support recovery programs that treat drug and alcohol addiction, restore families, and then help people live more productive lives. We are combating food insecurity with programs to provide meals to seniors and families through partnerships with Meals on Wheels and the San Antonio Food Bank. We are partners with STRAC to innovate and execute new public health programs for first responders. I'm excited about the revitalization of the San Antonio State Hospital, a potential game changer in the way we treat mental illness throughout the region. Our community is lacking in treatment beds. The redevelopment of the hospital with an infusion of state funding can begin to address the gap. My goal is to transform this underutilized facility on the south side into a regional asset to address the mental health crisis and the challenges in our jails. With a new and improved state hospital, we have a potential to offer world-class treatment. This provides a compassionate alternative instead of jailing nonviolent offenders who struggle with mental illness. My team and I have met with county staff, key legislators, to petition state funding for the state hospital. In the process, we are building a regional coalition to secure funding in the next session. We cannot have a healthy community without a safe community. I built consensus along with the county commissioners to increase funding for more deputies and staffing to match our rapidly growing population. We are taking steps to improve our ability to recruit and retain and address overtime costs in the jail and in law enforcement. When our sheriff's deputies show up for duty, we must recognize that they put their lives on the line every day. Sheriff, thank you for your service, and thank you to the deputies who serve Bexar County. Let's give them a round of applause. And if anybody still has doubt, let me just tell you, we owe it to them. And so I understand the political issues, but we must support our law enforcement. This morning, the county recognized deputies who have lost their lives in service to our community, and I was there. By focusing on the judicial system, I aim to ensure that stakeholders are maximizing the available resources because public safety is paramount. My cradle to career outlook for economic development recognizes that building a world-class workforce development force requires investments in equitable education, equitable health care, equitable child care, and world-class workforce development. This is not out of our reach. We can do this. We must make the necessary investments to give everyone a chance to reach their full potential, just like Philip. When we invest in our people, we are investing in our future. We must do better. We must have career pathways available in our region. We must show our residents how their professional dreams come true in Bexar County. Bexar County will partner with the Alamo College District and UTSA to promote college education that's free through the Alamo Promise and UTSA's Bull Promise programs, and we're going to do that through our Public Information Office. We owe Chancellor Flores and President Amy a debt of gratitude for their leadership. Please give them a round of applause. You know, we have incredible institutions, and I'm not trying to leave out the others. I know Texas A&M San Antonio's in the house, Incarnate Word University's in the house, and I'm not leaving you out. Let's give them a round of applause. And anybody else that's part of our higher ed, if I've left you off, I apologize. They empower Bexar County to be the educational epicenter of South Texas and a key driver for improving generational wealth. This is how we build healthy, resilient community members that help take your businesses to the next level with homegrown talent. This is how we convince our new corporate partners to become part of Bexar County economic landscape. People of Bexar County, the state of our county is strong and getting stronger. We are seeing catalytic growth across the area. Brook City Base, Ports SA highlight our promise. Once shuttered bases are now thriving hubs of commerce. Our tourism and hospitality industries are rebounding with vigor from the pandemic, leading the state. Our transportation is improving, with VIA receiving historic funding for the North-South Corridor project. Our airport is undergoing a $2 billion upgrade that will transform air travel in the area. Our urban core has more than 60 projects in current development. This is $6 billion in construction over the next 5 years. And the expansion of Texas A&M San Antonio has sparked a wave of growth in the South Side. In a few years, we will have a new county hospital that will provide greater health access to an underserved community. We're seeing the dream of the Greenway Trails come closer to completion with the developmental trails on the west and south sides of our county. But there is so much more work to be done. If we prioritize economic development, modernize county operations, foster true collaboration between county and city, and invest in the health and safety of our residents, we can live up to our potential as a regional catalyst for change in South Texas. There is so much more work to do. I need each one of you. Our economy is growing, and we must ensure everyone has access. I call on you to expand offerings for apprenticeships, internships, mentorships, and workforce opportunities. Our city and county are growing together. But this is not a party of two. We need our dynamic business community and our suburban cities to innovate with us through creative and impactful partnerships. I call on you to foster a healthier workforce, support wellness programs, and pathways for career development and advancement. When our workforce is healthy, we can grow our economy to new heights, and the benefits are limitless. I call on you to expand your ties with our higher education, hospitals, school districts, and nonprofit partners to lend your expertise and resources. Will you step up to create a more inclusive environment for all of the county residents? Our county has experienced transformative change, retooling, and reorganizing to serve our stakeholders. As the North San Antonio Chamber and leaders in our business communities, we need your input and expertise to get it right. Now, see those cards? Remember those cards? Everybody got them on the table? There are cards with QR codes on your table. Use them to access a brief survey and sign up for my newsletter. The results of the survey will be shared with the newsletter that my office will put out. So please take a few minutes to complete it before you leave. Your feedback is critical to the way we conduct business in the county. My team and I will use your feedback to make Bexar County the regional catalyst for change. Today, I am calling on each of you. In the words of C.S. Lewis, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. As your county judge, I look forward to what we can do to accomplish together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. God bless you, and God bless Bexar County. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you. Do I get to be invited back next year?
On behalf of the North San Antonio Chamber of Commerce, thank you all for being here today for the judge's inaugural State of the County address. Hope you enjoy this short week, and this concludes our program.